Welcome to Ikaria, Greece, one of the 5 blue zones in the world. As a nutrition student, I traveled to Ikaria, Greece to learn firsthand how diet and lifestyle shape wellness and longevity. What I discovered was far beyond what any textbook could teach me. Ikaria taught me how food, community, and intention intertwine to create a life not just lived longer, but better. As I stepped onto the plane bound for Ikaria, it didn't feel like just any other trip. It felt like I was flying toward a different rhythm of life, one that doesn't race against the clock, but dances with it. There was a quiet curiosity within me, a hum of stories waiting to be discovered. I wasn't chasing any destination, I was chasing this feeling, a place where time slows down, laughter lingers a little longer, and people don't just live, they thrive, well into their 90s and beyond. As we got on that plane, I knew I wasn't just boarding a flight, I was beginning a journey into the heart of longevity, simplicity, and soul. What if living longer wasn't just about medicine or luck, but how you live every day? In Ikaria, one of the world's blue zones, it's just a lifestyle. Researchers have uncovered 9 powerful principles known as the Power 9 that these communities all share. They move naturally, eat wisely, and put family and purpose at the heart of their daily life. They downshift their stress, belong to strong social circles, and never forget to take time for joy. These aren't radical changes, they're small, sustainable habits that lead to longer, better lives. Ready to learn the secrets of the world's healthiest people? The Ikarian diet is a true example of the plant slant principle. Meals revolve around legumes, wild greens, seasonal vegetables, and olive oils. Meat is eaten sparingly, and dairy is usually from goats since there aren't many cows on the island. This mostly plant-based approach is anti-inflammatory, heart-healthy, and full of antioxidants. I was amazed that every single dish I ate, even without any processed foods, were flavor-packed and full of life. Movement in Ikaria is not structured around workouts, it's just embedded in everyday life. Walking uphill to visit a neighbor, cooking dinner for your loved ones, gardening, fishing, all of that contributes to staying active. Even just preparing meals involves movement with purpose, a lifestyle that supports both physical and metabolic health. I remember walking miles and miles with our small group, and I never once felt like I was burdened with working out. It just felt normal. Downshifting is the way that Ikarians reduce their stress. 30 to 60 minutes every day is dedicated to some type of form of rest. Some people, it is woven into their meal time. Some people siesta in their own homes, enjoy a tea break with friends and loved ones. Others enjoy the sounds of crashing waves as they relax inside the hot springs, like me and my classmates did. As a nutrition student, this just reinforces the importance of not just what we eat, but how we eat it. We sit, we talk, and we enjoy our food, and then we rest after. If you are someone that gets uncomfortably bloated after every meal, whether that meal be small or large, the 80% rule for eating is a great rule of thumb when eating any meal. And don't get me wrong, this is not a diet. Ikarians follow this rule of thumb, so their meals are satisfying but not excessive. They also eat a lot of high fiber foods like legumes and greens to help them stay full. And it is overall just a lesson of how to stay mindful when eating. And if you're focused on long-term weight management, which even some of the Ikarians were, keeping track of how much you eat and when you are eating that food is a great way to combat any sort of uncomfortable feeling after eating. Billions of microbes that directly influence your mood, immunity, and even your mental clarity. This gut-brain connection isn't just biology, it's also lifestyle. In the blue zone of Ikaria, people live long, vibrant lives, and they have daily habits that support their gut health in powerful ways that help them do so. First is they move naturally. Regular gentle movements improves digestion and reduces inflammation, helping the gut and brain communicate more efficiently. No intense workouts needed, just walking, gardening, and just staying active. They also have a mostly plant-based diet. Fiber from plants feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which turn into produce compounds that support mood, cognition, and immune balance. They downshift every day. Chronic stress disrupts digestion and it spikes cortisol. It throws the gut-brain connection out of balance. Daily rituals like prayer, naps, tea time, time in nature, time in the hot springs helps them reset their nervous system, allowing the gut to do its job better. And finally, the 80% rule. Stopping when they're 80% full gives the digestive system time to process and signal the brain to stay in balance and not overload. It's mindful eating that honors hunger rather than numbing it. So if you care for your gut and your mind, it's not about quick fixes. It's about daily habits rooted in simplicity and longevity. There's a reason why your gut and brain flourishes so much when you're on the island of Ikaria. In Ikaria, fresh food isn't a trend, it's just how things are done. And in our time on the island, we visited so many farm-to-table spots, one of them being Tea's restaurant and organic garden, where she farms organic crops, never sprayed with pesticides, farm-to-table fresh ingredients with rich soil for quality crops. And she serves them at her restaurant just a few miles down the road. Imagine sitting at dinner and knowing that your food was raised and grown just a couple miles from you. We also visited an organic honey farm where this honey was farmed and pressed on site. It also is extremely pungent, so it has a lot of health benefits. And not to forget, it's also extremely rich, floral, and totally unique. It's like a scoop of Ikaria itself. And of course, we visited a winery where their wine has no sulfites, no sulfates, no preservatives at all. Farms are never sprayed with pesticides, so everything you drink is completely fresh. Having this experience made me realize that it's not that hard to grow, raise, and serve good food that people can enjoy and that's good for their bodies. And that's part of a reason why people in Ikaria live so long and thrive. Ikaria is famous around the world for its centenarians, but here's the thing. The locals don't really talk about it that much. Aging isn't something they fear or fight. It's not a countdown, it's a rhythm. In Ikaria, getting older doesn't mean slowing down, it means doing more. More time in the garden, more swims in the sea, more walks through mountain trails with friends who they've known for decades, and of course, more panegyri, the legendary Ikarian festivals where age is just a number on the dance floor. Here, growing older means growing deeper in connection, in joy, and in life itself. It's not about living longer, it's about living well. One of the most powerful lessons from Ikaria: you don't have to go it alone. Finding your right tribe is one of the key Power 9 principles, and a key habit linked to long, healthy lives. And in Ikaria, you can see it in action everywhere. It's neighbors checking in on each other, friends gathering for coffee that turns into a 4-hour-long conversation, strangers who become family over a small bond, with no rush, just genuine connection. On this trip, I found pieces of my own tribe, people who welcomed me with open hearts, shared their stories, and reminded me that belonging doesn't have to be built over years. Sometimes it's just felt instantly. In Ikaria, your tribe doesn't matter about age, background, how long you've known someone. It's about showing up, laughing often, and sharing life side by side. And I'm really glad I got to do that with the people I met on this trip. As my journey in Ikaria came to an end, I was reminded that true wellness is about balance, moving naturally, eating fresh, plant-based foods, and honoring my body. It's about slowing down, downshifting into life's simple joys, and nurturing gut health with wholesome and amazing Mediterranean flavors. Ikaria showed me the magic of farm-to-table living, where every meal connects you to the land and the people who care for it. And most importantly, I found the power of community, a tribe that welcomes, supports, and shares life's adventures, even off the island. Here, aging gracefully means embracing every moment with movement, food, rest, and connection. Ikaria isn't just a place, it's a way of living, and it's a reminder that health, happiness, and longevity can grow best when we're rooted in nature and surrounded by those who lift us up. Thank you, Ikaria, for this unforgettable lesson in living well.